If I had a nickel for every time a video game company sold their film rights to Netflix to inevitably make a dog shit TV series and go in the red for the 5th time in the year, I'd have too many nickels. That's right, following the success and then dumpster fire of the television series The Witcher, as well as the dumpster fire of Resident Evil, and the actual not very bad dumpster fire, but travesty of Devil May Cry, along with countless others I don't even want to name, including Resident Evil, to make their debut on Netflix, Ubisoft has decided to grace Netflix with the rights to Assassin's Creed. Two wrongs don't make a right. I'm just saying. They won't. It's not going to happen. Yes, Ubisoft has sold the rights to Netflix so that they may attempt to create an Assassin's Creed television series. I guess I can look on the bright side of this one. There's no need to race swap any of the characters because there are plenty of fairly diverse characters within the Assassin's Creed universe. So, you know, hopefully there will be no need for that. But, God, knowing Netflix, they're going to make Connor from AC3 a lesbian. I really don't understand what would convince them to do this. I understand Ubisoft is in the red and hemorrhaging cash constantly and taking all their games out of your library so you can never play them again, but this just seems like a new low. I would say there is a saving grace to this because they could, in reality, they could pull this off if they attempt to make a modern day version of this. If they stray away from the old school Assassins versus Templar basic war they've had throughout the centuries of all the games taking place, I think if they attempt a modern day variant, you know, it very well may work out, since the Templars technically run society in the modern, if I'm not mistaken. I need to freshen up on my lore a little bit, but that could work. That could work. Maybe even have a Desmond Doss? No, not Doss. That's Hacksaw Ridge. Desmond, whatever the hell his last name is, from the third and a little bit of the fourth game, but mostly the second and third game and first, well, all three. The first trilogy, well, no, the first game, the second trilogy, and then the third game. If they could have him in there as some maybe like little intro to it, you know, seeing his death and whatnot, and going into maybe a resistance battle against the Templars, I mean, that might work. But if they really try to adapt the classic games into live action, I can only imagine the absolute travesty that is going to come from that. It is going to be absolutely, I don't have a good feeling about it. Not one bit. Not one bit. I mean, why would you even do that? You should look at the tarnished reputation look at the tarnished reputation Netflix has with adaptations. Like, Jesus Christ. Devil May Cry was not a terrible show, but it destroyed the lore. They made their own fucking story and just changed everything else. Resident Evil, Wesker's black. Now, I love that actor, rest in peace, but that's Wesker, dude. Like, how the fuck are you gonna... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I will watch it. I will attempt to watch it if it's been greenlit, but who knows? They might shit can it and just call that a tax write-off for this year, because that's very possible. Look at The Witcher. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and now Season 4, where they recasted Geralt because the nerdiest man in Hollywood, Henry Cavill, God bless his soul. Why is he so pretty? He quit the show because they kept changing lore from the fucking books. There are 14 books? There's a lot of fucking books on The Witcher. All you gotta do is read them. That's it. All you gotta do is read them. There's 3 games. And probably DLCs for those games too, which Witcher 3 DLC, I mean, if you haven't played The Witcher 3, go play it. You know, if you have 100 hours to spare, go play it. It's worth every fucking minute. Why? Money, of course. It's money. Yeah, we always say why, but it's money. It's always money. Why would it not be money? What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, when we look at it from a business perspective, it makes sense, of course. You know, adaptations, royalties, money, cash, the whole nine. We look at it from a reputation perspective, of course, as we were talking about earlier, cultural perspective. Assassin's Creed, I have played every single Assassin's Creed game except for Rogue. I don't know why I missed Rogue, but that's just one I haven't played for some reason. I have seen videos and whatnot, and went over lore, like the entire timeline of Assassin's Creed or whatever, but I have seen that, and I understand Rogue, and I kind of get the gist of the story that sets up Achilles in the Assassin's Creed 3 with Connor and Hathan and all them. It sets that up. But I quit playing at Origins? Yeah, at Origins. I quit halfway through Origins because that was around the same time Ubisoft started doing their they started implementing all these RPG elements into their games. Far Cry New Dawn, and subsequently Far Cry 6, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which I'm very sorry, sucks. People have said go back and play it. They changed a bunch of shit, but it's not the same. It's not like Wildlands. Wildlands criminally underrated. But I would really like to see the shift in Ubisoft from where they was making killer fucking games. And I really feel like it's these RPG elements is where it all started to go downhill. Because, I mean, I'm sure plenty of people like RPG elements, but I don't. And that's why I quit playing most of all Ubisoft games. I tried to play The Crew 2, a car game, but there's just so much shit in there too that's just tedious. It's a tedious racing game. How the fuck do you make a racing game tedious? I don't know, but either way. Ubisoft has been in the red for a while now. They shut down XDefiant, which I can't even lie, dude. If they released XDefiant like a couple of months ago this year, with how Black Ops 6 is just shitty right now, it would have blown it out of the fucking water. I think we would all be playing that right now instead of Call of Duty. But you can't play XDefiant now because they took it offline. So, womp womp. It's just bad decision after bad decision. And now partnering with Netflix. Oof. 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 It's bad news all around, guys. It's all bad news. It's all bad news. I really think they're going to get bought out by Tencent. I really think they are. Eventually they are. I can't remember if they've already sold some of their IPs to Tencent or not. I'd have to fact check that. Fact check. Is there anything else to talk about? Oh, Mortal Kombat 2 trailer dropped. That's fucking cool. Now, the critics will not like it, as they will never enjoy a movie the people like. But Mortal Kombat 1, and when it released on it was only on HBO. I think this one is going to release in theaters, but I can't remember. Fact check. Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out, and that right there is going to be fucking awesome. Okay, I watched the trailer. Go watch the trailer. It's like 2 minutes, I think. It's already got 1 million views. Like, oh my god. I was hesitant, okay? I was hesitant when Carl Urban was cast as Johnny Cage, just because he doesn't really look like Johnny Cage, and he's British. And I understand British actors play Americans all the time, but he just did. I didn't think he fit the part. He sells that shit hard. He's probably gonna turn out to be a good Johnny Cage. They didn't show Johnny Cage's like green, whatever special ability he has that he inherited from the Mediterranean people, gods, race, whatever. They didn't show any of that, but I have a feeling that that's gonna come up towards the end of the movie, and that's how he's gonna kill Shao Kahn probably. But I really want to see him do the splits. I don't know. Now I don't know if we know if Carl Urban could do the splits or not. It'd be cool if he could, but I don't know. I want to see him do the splits and do his signature nut punch, and I want to see with my own eyes. I want to see Shao Kahn's testicles explode. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for Mortal Kombat. And Noob Saibot's in it. Noob Saibot's coming back. That's pretty cool. He's in the trailer. Scorpion cuts him in half. He doesn't really cut him in half. He cuts the Shadow clone in half, which is something I noticed as I was watching it, because they're not going to show a major character's death unless Noob's not a major character, but in every other game, he is a pretty major character, so I wouldn't think they'd show his death in the trailer. I would assume that's just the Shadow clone, which he can multiply, I think. Something like that. I don't rightfully know all the lore on Noob Saibot, but that's pretty cool. But, yeah, Ubisoft's in the shitter, and Mortal Kombat 2 is coming to theaters, and I can't wait. That's all I have for you fine people today. Let me know if you like the green screen. This is my first time actually using it. I paid 20 bucks for it on Amazon. I have a bunch of work lights from my tool bag set up in here, like spotlights and shit, so I don't know how the lighting will be. I'll do my best to edit around it and make sure none of the fucking shadows behind me and shit is causing too much of an issue. It might, I'm not sure, but let me know if you like the green screen. Let me know what your predictions are for Netflix's Assassin's Creed adaptation. Keep them low. Keep your expectations in the fucking gutter. Keep them as low as you can possibly think. Because if you have high expectations, I have a bad feeling we are going to be disappointed. But I think that's all I have for you fine folks today. Like the video. Like. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Ring the bell.